Hey guys, Chris, Ironhead Garage. Yeah, well, we got the 55 back in the shop. Man, she got a bunch of bugs on her and stuff from the road trip splattered all over. Hey, but that's alright. Just shows I've been driving it a little bit. So, we got the Mini 55 up there in its little case. Yeah, looking sweet, keeping the dust off of it. Sure is bad to the bone. We got the drag races on. So, I got that pedal. You guys seen that in the last video. The pedal and the cable and the springs and all the goodies. So, this guy here, I got some wrenches out. A couple 7/16 wrenches. I'm going to get this rod off of here. Yeah, I thought it would work. It would be cool to find an old 60s linkage. I've seen the dual carburetors, and they have the linkage that comes down here to a pivot point, and it comes up and works both those carburetors at the same time. It must be down here in that pivot point that makes it easy. This is just, it's just hard to press the gas pedal when you go to take off, and then it just gets super easy, so it makes it real jumpy. Yeah, this is the third rod I made. I tried to make it kind of an angle because this kind of rolls up and back when it goes or when you hit the throttle, but yeah, I just don't like it. But the cable will be alright. It'll be safe, and ain't like this thing wasn't safe, but we'll see if my hood works. Still got to work on the hood a little bit. Hopefully it clears, or I'll have to customize the hood door there where it opens up, but we'll see if we use this spring setup. The other bracket has the springs that come back to here and hook it up, so I might not have to have all this junk out here in the front. That actually might be better. So, get them couple wrenches turning and get this rod off of here and down there, and get them bolts down there. Those are hard to get. Get this gas pedal mechanism off of there and go from there. Alright guys, I'm on it. Alright, well, I got the rod off. Then I got this this linkage bar off of there. It's just got that one bolt there, 7/16 head wrench, size wrench. Comes off of there, wiggles off. I got one of the top bolts out of there. Don't think they're the same pitch thread as the ones that came with the kit. So I got that one out. And I even had plenty of grease. Slide this out. It's got a little plastic bushing inside there. So I had plenty of grease in there. I even had grease on the end of that ball. And on the back of that pedal, back here, it's like real hard plastic. Or that round ball, or whatever you call it, round bar, slides on. And it still didn't work very good. Hey, check it out. I see him sealed my my tunnel there. Yeah, keep some of the fumes out. So, put this guy over here with the other pieces, just in case I need it again one day. But here's the bolt that came out of that upper bracket. Here's the bolts that come with the kit. Little Allen head bolts. And they come with these shims, tapered shims like a bushing. So, grease, not sure. I'm gonna have to take this apart. I believe this goes through the firewall. Yeah, we'll figure it out. Didn't come with no instructions, but easy to figure out once you get everything going. Piece of cake probably. So, got to get that bottom bolt down there. Try to weasel my wrench down there and get that out. Oh yeah, Nova and a Duster look like. So, I got that old bracket out of there. I got the new pedal bracket in there. And these shims they come with, I don't know what they go for. They're a joke. I tried to put them in there and square that pedal up. Then it leaves a big air gap in there. But that way, I'd utilize the nuts that are welded on the firewall. got it bolted in there anyway. And then when I bolted it in there, inside here, I noticed, well, the pedal was just crookeder than hell. And then leaning, it's pretty lined up now. So I took the bracket all apart again, and I put it in my vise, and I heated it up right there on that arm with a torch. You can see it's kind of torched there. There it is. And then I got it square first time. I heated it up. It looks pretty good. And it works pretty good. It's pretty tight. So there's a spline bushing in here, and you can adjust these whatever distance you need. I just got a little Allen wrench holding it up now, but it works pretty good, nice and free. So up here on the top, that's where that cable will come through. I think it's about 3 inches above that little rubber grommet there. So I'm going to get my Sharpie and then mark that little hole right there where I need to drill and drill that. I think I can get my drill in here, push my choke cable out of the way. So mark that and drill that and get that cable in there. I was thinking maybe I might be able to, this is where my original gas pedal bolts on the bottom of the 4-pan. I might be able to run my original rubber pedal on here, because this one spring loaded and it don't look very right, but we'll see. Maybe I got to use it, maybe not, but it works alright. It's pretty square now. So the cable, this guy here, I was worried about this coming out and hitting my valve cover, because it's going to come out about right here, and I got about probably 2 1/4 inches in there. But this cable, I bent it at a 90. I don't think it'll have to be a 90, but it'll be bent over like that, and that inside cable slides good, and that housing still, it's got a bunch of slack inside there. So that was good. If I would have bent it and it would have been tight, that wouldn't have been very good. So I'm going to get the drill in that hole and get this cable mounted in there and move on to the next. Alright guys, check them out. Oh yeah. Alright, I'll be back. Hey guys, well, I just wanted to show you real quick those tapered bushings. I didn't know what went for. Yeah, they go on that housing, because the firewall's at an angle. You put them on, they're tapered, and they square that housing straight into the firewall, and one goes on the inside. Yeah, too bad it didn't come with instructions. Oh well, just had to figure it out. Alright, I'm back on it. Alright, I got the housing through the firewall. There it is there. It just touches a valve cover, and the best way to route it, I figured out, was in behind the windshield wiper motor, and then it will go through the bracket here. Tried it here, tried it coming up here, but then it bows up too far. Could cut this, but then it'd be really a sharp bend. So I think that's the best relaxed way there. So I got to get that nut off and put that bracket on there. So these pedals, if anyone ever does this, you can see I didn't have this little cable end on here where you put the cable through. So I leaned this forward, pretend this is not on here. I leaned it forward and I made a mark. Well, if you can see my little rubber grommet there, yeah, the hole was a little bit too low. So I stuffed a little grommet in there. Shit happens, but then I put this little piece on there and leaned it in. Now if you can see, it marries right up to that where the cable is going to go through into the housing. So, and these arms goes off sideways a little bit, and this arm is tapered or bent one way, so I just flipped this arm over and it lined up. You can see it lined up just perfect now. So Now I need to take this off, put the cable through here, through this spot, and then run it through that housing and up towards the carburetor. But I think it's going to work pretty good. We shall see. Alright, I'm going to get that cable in there. I got that cable pushed through the housing now. Got the gas pedal propped up with just a wooden shim. Not sure if I'm going to have to adjust the gas pedal or not. It's a little bit high this way, but I can kick it down a couple teeth. We want to make sure we get full throttle anyway. So it's tied up against the firewall there. I got the racking on the Holly. I got my housing weaved in behind my windshield wiper motor. Wiper. And got a little bit of adjustment here. So I can go in if I cut my cable too short, but I got plenty of adjustment out. I got the pivot piece on here on the carburetor. It's got that little Allen set screw on that back side. So now I just got to pull this cable tight. It goes in there about 1/4 inch. Cut it the right length. Then tighten up that set screw. And I believe I'm going to run my springs down here and get rid of this bracket probably off of here. But hey, check it out. One of my good subscribers, Howie Mook. Yeah, he's got a killer 56. Sent me a Mook jacuzzi. Yeah, for my Dr. Pepper. Look at that. Yeah, it keeps it nice and cold now. Oh yeah, thank you, Howie. I appreciate that. That's too cool. Oh, and another subscriber of mine, Paul, sent me a whole big box of 8-tracks. Thank you very much, Paul. That is too cool. And he sent me this sticker here. Igor. Yeah, old Gasser. Looks like an old Chevy. Speed shop. Big blocks and 4 speeds. Killer sticker. I'm going to stick that somewhere, I'm not sure. But I appreciate it, Paul. Appreciate you sending me all them old 8-tracks. I believe they were his mom's. And he don't have an 8-track player, so he figured he would send them to me and see if I could use them. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Very nice of you. So, we're going to get that cable cut. Get her locked down. Have another drink of this cold Dr. Pepper. Oh yeah. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Oh yeah. Well, I got that cable cut. Got that Allen set screw locked in there. Got the slack taken out of it. Put a little bit of grease in here where that cable rubs in that housing. Rides in that housing. Got the return springs on. Took this old bracket off of there, that one that stuck out in the front. So, inside here, after I got it adjusted, I took this apart, put a bunch of grease there, and put a bunch of grease up into that housing there, because they rub a little bit in there. You want to keep that greased up. Don't want the cable to fray up. So I believe it works pretty good. Let's check it out. Turn this fan on. Don't need to be sniffing too many fumes. Much easier. Way better. Oh yeah. So that was a good fix. I think it's going to be good now. Burn right along. Oh yeah. Good old 55. She's a runner. Alright guys, I think it's good. We're going to take it to the show next weekend, hopefully. Take her for a cruise. The old Mini 55. Yeah. Thank you, Paul. Oh yeah, and Howie. My Dr. Pepper's still nice and cold after all that. Oh yeah. You guys have a good one. See you next time. Later, guys.